Guys, it is very difficult to describe what is going on in the Argyle, Texas market. We are seeing record highs in ways that we have never seen before. It's kind of difficult to describe. The best thing I can do is kind of go through the data with you, and that's what we're doing. It's time for a mobile market update, and today we are talking Argyle, Texas. All right, so first, let's talk about our inventory. So right now in Argyle, we're sitting at 6.83 months of available inventory. This is up about a quarter of a month from last month. Last month, we were sitting at 6.43. So our inventory numbers in Argyle continue to rise. It's kind of crazy. We're seeing record highs in total numbers. Right now in Argyle, we've got over 220 homes available on the market. In my neighborhood, Harvest alone, this is some perspective, Harvest has over half of those available homes on the market for sale. You cannot drive through Harvest and look left and look right on any street and not see at least 6 homes for sale on the market. We've never seen it before. Lord knows if we'll ever see it again. And I'll tell you, from what we're seeing from an inventory perspective, it looks like it's only going to continue throughout the course of our spring and into the summer seasons. Next thing we have is our list to sold percentage. Right now in Argyle, homes that are moving off the market are getting on average about 98% of their original list price. So last month we were sitting at 97.7. For our purposes, we're just going to call that flat. So we've got inventory numbers going up, but we've got list to sold percentage staying flat. This is telling me that despite inventory numbers going up, sellers are still getting the prices that they're originally listing at. So realtors and people on the market are actually pricing effectively and they're holding strong. The homes are moving at the prices that people are asking. It just might be taking a little bit longer than they want, which segues us into talking about our average days on market. Right now in Argyle, it's taken about 51 days on average from when you list your home to when you sell your home. Now, last month we were actually at 53, so we've improved a little bit, like 2 days or so, and for our purposes, that's pretty much a flat number. So we've got average days on market, flat. We've got a list to sold percentage, flat. Inventory numbers going up, wild. And finally, let's talk about our median sold price. So right now in Argyle, the average home is selling at $572,500. Okay. Last month, 30 days ago, we were sitting at $550,000. So that's a $25,000 swing in the positive. Here's where it gets interesting. Here's why that is happening. Because if you look at the stats on the homes that are moving in Argyle, the homes that are selling, anything in that $600,000 range and higher, that's what's getting all the attention. The homes that are priced from $400,000 to $600,000, significantly less activity. So these homes are sitting on the market. More and more of these $400,000 to $600,000 homes are feeding the inventory, but the higher priced homes are the ones that are moving off. That is what is bringing up the average sale price and keeping everything else flat or balanced. Guys, I'm telling you, as a realtor that is as plugged into Argyle as I am, it's very, very difficult to create a plan that truly makes sense on how to navigate what is happening in the Argyle market as the inventory numbers continue to rise. I will say 2 things. 1, if you are a seller interested in getting into this market, you have got to be sensitive to price. Because let's take my neighborhood, Harvest, for example. Half of the homes that are on the market right now are in my neighborhood of Harvest. And Harvest has only existed for so long. And there's only been so many builders building in Harvest since its inception. So when buyers are going out and they're looking at what is happening in these neighborhoods, they're looking at a lot of the same finishes. They're looking at a lot of the same ages. They're looking at a lot of the same upgrades. They're looking at a very apples to apples comparison of homes. The only thing you can do to separate yourself from the rest of us in this very large pond of homes is price differently, which means if you're wanting to sell your home and you're going to want to stand out amongst all these others, you're going to have to price a little bit differently. Normally, a realtor would say you're going to need to price kind of under market. to create that kind of sense of value. But this market is telling us, man, maybe you should price a little bit higher. Those are the listings that are getting all the action. Just kidding. That hardly ever makes sense. But if you're not going to price a little bit more aggressively to stand out that way, your home is going to have to be special. It's going to have a pool, for example. It's going to have different finishes. It's going to have designer elements that help your home stand apart from all of these other cookie cutter homes that are apparently on the market. Don't believe me? Just get on Zillow, get on Realtor, check out Argyle, and just start looking at homes at similar square footages and similar bedrooms. You're going to see a whole lot of the same. For a buyer's perspective, you got all the options in the world. From a seller's perspective, you guys are going to have to kick your game up and make yourselves more unique. But I know I say it all the time, but I actually truly do mean it. If you are looking to get into the Argyle market, this is a challenge. You're going to need to find a realtor you can trust. You're going to need to find a realtor with some experience. You're going to need to find a realtor who is going to walk into your home and shoot you 100% straight about what you are up against. I turned down a listing last week because the seller wanted to sell at a certain price point, and I had to break her heart and tell her that I just wasn't confident that it was going to sell for anything close to that in the time that she needed the home to sell. And she basically told me, I'm going to go find a realtor that will. And I said, I know you're going to find one, and that's okay. But that's what you need. You need a realtor who's going to shoot you straight, because you cannot go into this kind of market in Argyle on just hope and faith. Hope is not a strategy.
Is there any hope, Gandalf?
If you are one of those people who wants some realistic guidance, some realistic data, give me a call, shoot me a DM. I will help you navigate this market, or I will tell you to stay out of it until it makes more sense for you. But no matter what, I'll be plugged in, talking to you guys month over month, every single month, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Bye.